We are here. 2 minutes. I think that's a new record. The first thing I want to say before I say anything is I figured out the green screen. It's perfect now. I just had to make the lights as white as possible. So clip that, I guess. There you go. Sounds good. I think it's time to get started. Yep. That was a classic song. That was Battle 1 song from Neo 2. I think it's a little bit of an extended version. I will also say I'm going to try and actually pause the stream at 8 o'clock to take my good old-fashioned meds. And then, well, we got stuff to do. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This might be going on 2 weeks where I'm doing a Tuesday and a Thursday stream. So, hey, I don't know what to say, folks. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Okay. That's all I got for you. Yeah, I mean, let's see. What's the Friday video? The Friday video is... Is it... Oh, it's Flint Hook. It's Flint Hook, yeah. Flint Hook is an absolute classic. You're a pirate with a grappling hook, and that is how the gameplay plays out. It's a 2D platformer, and it's kind of crazy and really fun, and once you get the hang of it, you kind of feel like a badass, but you'll see in the review. Let's just get right into it, folks. No more dawdling, no more doodling. Here we go. I need to go live on TikTok also. This is a little embarrassing. Well, here we go. TikTok time. Oh my god. Warframe with viewers. Yeah, we're not going to really change that. Audience control. Yeah, we're going to leave it off of 18 and see if good stuff happens. Because, I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I might say kill like 1 billion times. But that's just how it is, folks. That's what this game is. It is just a lot of suffering. Anyway, what's up, TikTok? We're live. It's gamer hours. It's 7 o'clock, so that's gamer hours. Obviously, I'm going to do a little rearranging, and then we are going to get right into it. So, obviously, title says it all. It gets less and less clickbait the more I use it. But I mean, like, it's not all of the AOE frames. I don't know if I'm going to do Volt. I might do Volt. He's kind of a funky guy. But kind of what I'm, I don't know if a lot of people will like these builds, but I am a Breach Surge bitch is what I would call myself. Because I just love, I love Breach Surge as an ability. I think it's such a nice compliment that, it's an easy stun. It sleeps every enemy. But then if you can do the surges right, I mean, you're not only getting radiation damage, but you're kind of just deleting shit. So it's hard to tell how effective it is because it's kind of just a bunch of shit happening all at once. So it's a little hard to be like, okay, I don't know how much, like, is it better with Breach Surge or is it not? Who knows, right? Anyway, we're getting distracted. I think, let's go over this real quick. I think we have... Oh, I have to go higher up on this. Oh my god, I have to go higher up on this list. Dude, Rev is all the way up here. Okay, so first on the list is actually Revenant Prime with Dance Macabre, which is just a criminal AoE ability, and it actually kind of keeps up when you hit a Breach Surge and then just hit him with the 4 for a couple seconds. So Revenant Prime is 1. Mesa Prime is next, obviously with her regulators. Absolute classic. Excalibur Umbra. I mean, the OG. With the Exalted Blade that still rocks. And when you're, the Arcane Avenger combo still rocks. And it's like every weapon becomes a crit weapon with this guy. Ember Prime. Kind of a little bit less powerful, I would say, honestly. With her Inferno ability, and then also trying to take advantage of Breach Surge. But you'll see the gameplay pretty quick. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ember is 4. And I guess Garuda is 5. Yeah, Garuda, another classic, another tank that also has a nice AoE ability. Amar's Hatred is funky. Shout out Warframe for just dropping that name. That is just... When I saw that, I was like, oh my god. They don't even know. Roar. Anyway, we'll get into it. Let's move on. I think those are all of them. I would consider Mirage to be more like a weapon buff, and then Gara's funky, Banshee's funky. Like all these other frames are a little bit funky, so we're gonna do them all separately. I can't just say testing every funky frame like that. All the funky frames, right? I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that was terrible. Oh my god. Anyway, let's get right into it. Oh, we can't use the Corinth. The Corinth is not very useful without Arcane Avenger, but it means that we get to use the lens. Okay. And I think I gave Revenant the Sevagoth animation, but actually he has a pretty cool animation. Anyway, I think we're getting distracted. Should we do a build? I was about to jump right into it without doing a build. Let's talk about Revenant. Okay. Obviously, the first thing people are going to laugh at is I have a Tau Forged and a regular blue shard for health. And it's like, what? Like, that's Dumbo. That's stupid. Because you have Mesmer Skin, right? Mesmer Skin makes you functionally invincible, but it doesn't make your cat... Well, I guess you could put the augment. Hey, that's actually not a bad idea. I might actually slot that augment in. That's not a bad idea. Huh. Maybe I change the build around, right? Like live. No. I can't do that. Anyway. Well, I could, honestly, pretty easily. Just replace... Well, I would say replace Boreal's Hatred. But that would mean I have to put a form in, and, we're not going to do that. But, so anyway, I'll do another build, but I think that's also a pretty good idea. Just put the augment on that... Do I have the augment? No, I don't have the augment. Anyway. So there's an augment, and it applies his Mesmer Skin to everybody, but it's only 5 stacks. And so it's like, I think that would be a pretty cool idea, but you could do that, or you could just buff, get a decent buff on your health and your shield, and then I think you'll be okay for the most part. Like, I think Breach Surge really comes in clutch in this situation. As you can see, we have Transient Fortitude, Prime Continuity, so we're only hitting 28% duration, but none of these abilities really care about duration, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it's going to cost more energy, but who cares? Boreal's Hatred, so we get a decent amount of shields for free, and we get free ability efficiency, so, it's a win-win. I'm hitting 90% range, so I got all of the range mods that aren't overextended. Now, I will say Prime Flow and Max Rank Arcane Energize is pretty essential. The 15-second cooldown really makes it simple, especially when you don't have a vacuum. So you can just, you'd be like, oh, there's a energy orb, wait for the cooldown, and then boom, you're at full energy again. So very simple, very brainless gameplay, kind of what you're hoping for. 223 strength is pretty good. You'll see I have Molt Augmented, which is kind of a funky one. You need 250 kills to get a real bonus, but, it's free Mesmer Skin, free damage on the Dance Macabre, free damage on Breach Surge. Breach Surge is pretty crazy. If you can do it right, if you can get a big crit, or, with Dance Macabre, you're hitting them a zillion times a second, you're going to produce so many high damage breaches that it's just going to multiply your damage. Like, especially with like Ember or something, this is something that I need to look into more, but it's kind of the idea of like, as long as you're doing a damage proc, you're also doing a breach. And so, I don't know how effective it is, but in the end, the stun is also really nice. That's the thing. Like, you can kind of spam it pretty easily. I think it's 25 energy, but obviously Zenurik is going to fuck me up, but that's pretty much it. Umbral Intensify, obviously a necessity. Max rank that shit so you can get that 44% ability strength, which is just like free strength. It's a must-have on every build, essentially, if they want strength. But growing power. It's only 3 forma. I think one of those is a aura forma, but you get the idea, right? You can put the augment in. You could get a little bit. You could swap Boreal's Hatred, or you could swap even Augur's Secrets, and then put the augment in that's going to apply Mesmer Skin to your companions or your friends. But, I don't think you really need to. I think he's pretty good at just deleting everything. So, if you... Essentially, the Breach Surge and the AOE combo is usually just like a panic button, like a nuke. If you're in a room that's going to kill your cat, you just press 1, press 4, you know, go to the more energy mode, and then boom, it's, you know, game over. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You know, obviously Archon shards will come in clutch, keeping my cat alive, which is the crit cat, the Adarza Kavat. That's kind of a staple on these kinds of builds. But yeah, let's go. Let's go for some real gameplay. I think it's gameplay time. So that was Revenant. Obviously we're gonna hop into the test. This is gonna be a classic, absolute classic. I mean, it's Rev. Like, what's not below? Speakers are on. Pretty clutch.
Underestimate them at your peril.
Let's just clear out these guys, and then, you know, let's get a clean start on the cut. I was noticing, you know, these, the whole point of giving it these streams, these titles, and actually giving them, like, a purpose is, like, I want these videos to be worthwhile after the fact as well. Like, I think streams can be kind of vacuous, like watching a VOD can be like, you know, what's actually going on, and it kind of takes a lot of editing to actually get something out of it. But I think really with games like this, there's just so much structure that you know, you can make a bunch of different videos and then, you know, do kind of like a, you know, grab bag type of shit. It's just infinite gameplay, dude. Alright, let's hit him with a Breach Surge. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much clears him out, but the lens is definitely also putting in work. So we'll just check this out. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, it doesn't matter. The breaches aren't really doing anything because the lens is just deleting everything. So, you know, that's... for the most part, this is what I'm getting at. As long as you're using one of these AOE primaries, you're pretty much fine. Like, gameplay is simple. You may have to aim more if you don't have a crowd control frame, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. I think of Breach Surge as just like, you know, you don't want anyone to shoot you, just pop Breach Surge. Maybe you get a little bit of bonus damage, but, you know, it has multitudes of uses. I mean, but here's the thing. We're playing Conjunction Survival. We're already at 100 stacks. We've killed 100 enemies in a minute and a half. So, you know, we're going to be at the maximum for whatever this is, Molt Augmented, or whatever it is. We're going to be at the maximum in no time. It's just like, come on, man. And Vigilante is just, it's a must. Like, I don't want to, like, call attention to this, but, like, if you have a Sentinel weapon, the Vigilante set bonus still takes effect even if you don't have a Sentinel equipped. So the Sentinel weapon is like a permanent slot where, like, the bonuses applied to those weapons are also, they persist, even though, yeah, here we go, the cat's dead. And this is the purpose of Breach Surge, really. I mean, it's really this simple. Just keep him off the cat. That's really about it. And then, you know, we can pop Dance Macabre. And I think that's where this is kind of more effective, but, you know, I think he's an AoE frame. Revenant is definitely one of the stronger AoE frames. Like, Dance Macabre is really effective, and, you know, so any way that you can kind of synergize or just amplify that damage is just really all you need. Like, even using, like, Roar is, like, a pretty decent choice. And but it's like, you know, Breach Surge will always just kind of be this ethereal, like, does it help or does it not? I don't really know. Yeah, look at this guy. I'm not going to really kill him with an AoE, so, you know, you hope for a lens slash proc, and that's kind of it. I mean, yeah, look at this. There you go, he's dead. You know, of course, or you just pop out the glaive. So, you know, it's not really something to be stressed about. I think Reeve is pretty decent. I don't think it does, like, armor strip or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think it does any of that shit. Here we go. So in the end, like, Dance Macabre is really putting in the more work, but you shouldn't really be trying to use your AoE too much. And this is kind of, like, Breach Surge is, in a sense, like, really just like a crowd control ability in a lot of ways. And it's like maybe you get a little bit of bonus damage. But, you know, the enemy density in this area... Oh, I guess the radiation proc is just fucking up the spawns. So let's just come over here. We're at 4 minutes already. Yeah, we definitely hit maximum strength. So, yeah, it's pretty basic gameplay. There's 24 stacks of Mesmer skin. Pretty nice. I think we're probably going to get everybody all at once. Everybody from everywhere all at once. Is that like a porno? Oh, God. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, get out of here. 4 slash procs. Look at this. From one's lens shot. Excuse me. From one lens shot. There you go. One's lens. Oh, my God. I mean, what else you got to say? One. I mean, what is his other... I guess it's... Actually, Thrall is pretty good. I mean, it's good. I mean, I don't know how much damage like a Thrall is going to do, but it has other uses beyond that. I think you can definitely make a Thrall build, but I don't know. I literally just went for maximum strength. It's pretty, you know, caveman build. You know, but you can hit that 190% range, which is really just, you know, you're definitely qualifying as an AOE frame. Okay, I also figured it out. One thing that I have to say. This guy needs to exit this world. There you go. I was worried that TikTok was labeling me as 18 because I was saying die too much and kill or saying fuck too much, but I don't know. I think it's fine now. Okay, one more time before we leave. We'll hit some good old sentience. Let's hope for a battlist. Because, I mean, Revenant is just laughable. Like, true invincibility. Just preventing every damage tick. Hey, here we go. Look at this battlist gameplay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and of course the cat's gonna die, but whatever. So it did pretty good. You know, that's kind of the whole gameplay. I would say in some cases... definitely Breach Surge's best ability is just being able to blind enemies. Like, I don't necessarily think that you have to put, you know, a corral ability on every frame, but like definitely if they have some kind of damage ability, yeah, we're just gonna get the fail, but whatever. We're out of here anyway. Definitely if they have some kind of damage ability, you know, like, well, I would say like Mesa is a little unique, but you know, someone like Excalibur, where, you know, his sword is going to have these big, huge waves of energy that go really far. And so that's kind of a good opportunity for a Breach Surge and just maximizing the number of times you're hitting an enemy. But, you know, I think we'll get into that when we talk about Excalibur. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. Oh, my gosh. Let's get some water. Yeah, we definitely need to buy... Oh, I guess you guys can't hear me. Alright. Hey, we can buy some relics. How about that? I gotta clear out my relics. No, actually, I think I'll wait. I think I'll be able to get 6 this time. That's pretty good. Alright, anyway. That was Revenant. Obviously, I think this is already a situation where you might say like, oh, well, maybe Breach Surge isn't the best, but you know, I would say like, oh, if you don't like Breach Surge, you know, like I think Roar is pretty good. But yeah, like especially with these damage abilities and anybody that's like, you know, anybody that has kind of an AOE or just like a really high damage output, like you're kind of trying to synergize with that damage and take advantage of how much damage you deal and just amplify it. Like even something like Pillage might be pretty good. Like, because, you know, this is just armor strip or like shield strip. So you know, it's pretty decent. Or, you know, go like something like Roar or, you know, like Zada's Whisper if you're really crazy, but I don't think that does the same thing. Even Sentient Wrath, you know, just damage vulnerability. Like you're kind of just, it's like the more damage you deal, the more damage they take. Like that's kind of your whole idea. Just you want to just maximize the damage output, and I think Breach Surge is also nice because it is like a stun. It is a pretty nice CC, but it's in more of like an area of effect. And then it's an easy chance for you to just like delete them with a huge AOE weapon. So, you know, that's the first example of Breach Surge. Mesa is definitely different. Definitely. All right, this is Mesa. Let's get right into it. I don't think I have any. Yeah, no Archon shards. Nope. She is pretty absurd. So, you know, definitely get rid of her one with a Helminth ability. But what I have said is, or I guess what I've noticed is, it's kind of nice to get a double damage buff. Like, I don't know how, I think this is just gun damage, like 58% gun damage. But, you know, it's kind of nice to just be like, okay, I'm going to have Roar and Shooting Gallery just so I can have double damage and just double dip on that shit. And then obviously Shatter Shield, you don't need a lot of strength to get to 95%, but 95% is really nice. But then, you know, we got to talk about the Peacemakers, but really Mesa's Waltz is a must. You should always have Mesa's Waltz. We're going to go Prime Flow. We're going to go Arcane Energize because obviously we are spamming the fuck out of Peacemaker, and you know it's a high energy cost, but you know, as long as you're waiting for the cooldown on Energize, you're always going to have enough energy, so shouldn't really worry about that. Transient Fortitude, Augur Secrets, and of course the double Umbra plus Adaptation, so we're hitting 234 on the strength, plus Growing Power, and Nearest Hatred for a little bit of health and a little buff to these buffs. So these guys are all duration based abilities, and duration is also going to reduce the overall cost of continuing to use this ability. So my plan is to put 2 red duration shards in here to get to, like, I think it's going to get me to 163. So, you know, you got a really good long while to just go wild with your buffs. Like, this guy's a little bit shorter, but these two are the exact same duration, these damage abilities. So, you know, it's going to be really easy for you to just, you know, just run around. Just spam the shit out of your 4. And speaking of that, let's get right into it. No more waiting. Obviously, this is the Eidolon skin for the Peacemaker. I didn't really like the Eidolon skin for Mesa. I could do a whole series on fashion. But, you know, we'll get into it. Regulators. Regulator! Anyway. Obviously, it's a pistol, so primed heated charge is like almost a must. Just to be able to say, like, have another proc. Impact is not a valuable proc, so, you know, this makes sure that you're either going to get heat or viral basically all the time. So that's kind of the whole goal. You could use... what is this mod? What am I looking for? You could use Creeping Bullseye, although you're only getting about 13% extra crit chance and you're losing a little bit of fire rate. So pistols are kind of just... I mean, you might as well just use Prime Pistol Gambit, especially if it's a high fire rate weapon. Like 23 bullets per second. That's insanity. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You should always have the mandatories. This is damage and multi-shot, but I shouldn't have to tell you that. And we got viral. That's it. Yeah, it pretty much slays. Not really a lot to say. I shouldn't be rhyming so much. And we get to use the Tenet Envoy. You know, a pretty new weapon. You know, came out of nowhere. It's a AOE weapon that has 8 shots in the mag. And it auto reloads when you swap off of it. So it literally has essentially infinite ammo. So Tenet Envoy is like brainless on top of brainless. And it is... The only downside is that you can't aim, because if you aim, then the bullet is like wire guided and it like fucks up the projectile like majorly. So kind of cringe, but Tenet Envoy, a perfect choice for Mesa, who gets a double damage buff, a gun damage and a flat damage buff from Roar. So the gameplay is the gameplay.
Each enemy
Speakers are still on. That's fire. Let's get right into it.
With true mastery of the Tenno arsenal,
so here's the thing. I could use my Zenuric bubble for 20% strength. It's not really worth it to me. because you really just want to have the duration-based abilities active all the time, and you don't want to think about having to spam your Zenuric bubble. You really just want to delete. Okay, here we go. Here's the thing. Whoop, that's it. Oh, did I mention that the Tenet Envoy has built-in cold damage? So as long as you get a Toxin sister, you literally don't need to use any mods to get viral, so it's free viral. Literally free viral. Like, what else do you say? It's free viral and it's free viral, and it's also Hunter munitions, obviously, because it's an AOE. So that's the gameplay. We got to get our buffs active. We're looking like a fool. I'm embarrassing myself. But once you get the peacemakers going, it'll all make sense. See, this is why I'm saying, like, having that breach surge to like stun enemies does come in clutch in a lot of situations, especially like keeping your cat alive. That's really just having to revive your cat is so annoying. Blast from the past. Fuck yeah, dude. This game's still going strong, at least for me. Dude, I don't know what the stats are like for Warframe, but it is it's S tier. Obviously it's S tier. As now like a proper Warframe content creator, I guess. I mean, obviously I do other shit, but I mean, these streams are proof enough. But this is really just me flexing, dude. You came to the right place. Oh my god, the bubble is gonna give me 100% damage. That is just cringe. I mean, I might as well just be spamming Peacemaker all the time. I mean, that's me just deleting an Eximus. You shouldn't really be killing Eximus with a AOE ability. You should be using your weapons, especially like the Glaive Prime, which is just a one-shot. Doesn't even matter. I mean, the Glaive Prime there is no gameplay. There we go. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really know how many times you're actually hitting every enemy, but it's enough that the heat proc might or might not be helping you out in a pretty decent way. But, I mean, here's what I always say. You might as well do viral. You might as well do heat. You could do corrosive heat, but there's like no other real choice. And the reason that I go viral heat is heat damage has a weird, like it has armor strip, but it's kind of funky, and I don't really know if it works properly. It's just weird as hell. But I mean, what else are you gonna do? So you can get semi armor reduction from heat, so you might as well go with viral, which is just gonna give you flat health damage buff, which is just always nice. But yeah, this is the thing. Like, Mesa is, pretty heavily like just a buff frame. Like, she just has 2 damage buffs, and you kind of just rock with whatever guns you're using. Like, she doesn't even have, breach surge. She doesn't even have any of that shit. Like, if we talk about like Gara or something, breach surge is pretty nice on Gara. Gara is like kind of a cool frame. I might as well talk about Gara and Frost at the same time. And like maybe Limbo, but dude, I don't really fucking play Limbo. I don't like playing Limbo. Like, who likes playing Limbo? Limbo gameplay, Limbo is more like Lamebo. He has his uses. That's what I gotta say. Frames will always be high in my usage list because they just have some use that's very good outside of actual combat. Like, Limbo is really good at just like, oh, you need to farm crates for something, or you need to do like a really brainless whatever. You need, a Riven challenge. That's a Limbo moment. There are very many Limbo moments in this game where Limbo is the only frame that can really do it properly, or some would say Zaku, but whatever.
If they detect you, fighters will soon attack.
I mean, just look at this. Oh, 2 of them are gonna show up at the same time. These fucking rat bastards. And it's violence. Fuck off. So all my buffs go away instantly. But look at this. Oh, that's a slash proc for you. Oh, that's a fucking slash proc. Are you seeing that? Jesus Christ. Holy hell. As you can see, Tenet Envoy, even with nothing, is still fucking S tier. Okay, Cat's gonna die. Let's get all of these buffs, and then let's see if I can delete these guys with Peacemaker. Let's see. Oh, Conculus is going to push me off. Oh, it's too tight. So as you can see, the reticle gets smaller. So at the start, you're really just going to spread... Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Don't worry, I got this. So here's the thing. There was a TikTok hotkey, I think, where if I pressed Control 1 or Control 2, it would do some action on the TikTok Studio app. And goddamn, did it just... Oh, it was just lame. Are they both dead? So that's why I couldn't use my abilities. I was like so confused. And look how brainless this is. It's literally... Did you see how fast that was? I was crying and whining like a bitch, and now I figured it out because I'm just an idiot. Like, not only am I a bitch, but I'm an idiot now too. So, here's what I say. Anyone can be a bitch. Bitch is a state of being. It is a character trait. Am I stuck in the circle? Oh, you fucking asshole. How do I... Okay, there you go. Does it really you can only go in one direction? Is that the thing? What the fuck was that? That was me actually just getting stuck in a circle. Yep, that's clip that, folks. That's top tier Warframe gameplay. And we are out of here. So I mean, you pretty much saw it. Like, Peacemaker still keeps up pretty well. Obviously, I did get deleted by the sentience, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I've said it before. Lots of people are gonna get deleted by sentience. Hey, look at that. We got 100 for Arbiters, and we got 117 for Suda. So, we could get 6. Anyway, I shouldn't be getting into this. This is like way too deep into Warframe gameplay. But yeah, I mean, look at that. We're done. I think that was a pretty good Mesa review. I mean, it's pretty basic. Guys, it's just buffs. It's just buffs and buffs and buffs. So you might as well put duration on that. Like, duration is going to serve you. It's not just going to save you energy. It's just going to save you brain power. Like, the less you have to cast the abilities, the less you have to think about them. And the more you can just spam Peacemaker. But the whole point of the circle is, like, once it gets too small, just go out and then go back in. You're totally fine to do that. It's not bad. So yeah, that's Mesa. Slotted in perfectly. Next up, we've got Excalibur Umbra, a 1-forma build, because obviously Excalibur Umbra comes with a default triple Umbra forma. So you might as well go with triple Umbra, you know, for 76% armor, damage reduction, you know, pretty good. Oh, and that's with Amar's Hatred. Obviously shout out me in this case, I guess. We've got 60% range on Breach Surge. And the reason I have Breach Surge is because every time you go into your operator, if you have a duration-based ability, it will reset, because Umbra will turn into a Spectre, and then all of his abilities will reset, and he'll have to recast them again. So you're literally stuck using only abilities that affect enemies. Like, you can't use anything that affects yourself. You can't use Roar. You can't use Zadas. You can't use any of that shit, because the minute you go into your operator, it just deletes all of it. It's so stupid. But it honestly is kind of a weird quirk. Obviously, we're close to 80% damage reduction, so we might as well use Arcane Avenger. Chromatic Blade is almost a must, because it means that you can simplify your damage types to only being viral and heat. That's it. We got Growing Power, Triple Umbra, Prime Continuity is kind of a must on every build. You know, 60% range. You know, it's super basic. Grace is always a must. Avenger, you know, because he's a tank. Okay, let's get into it. Final thing. Obviously, this is the Zato skin, so, you know, sick as fuck. I love it. We got primes in here. We got Prime Fury. Fire attack speed is pretty decent at this rate, but I want you to notice the damage spread. You know, it's once again, it's slightly favoring heat by about 400 or 500 damage, and of course we have over 100% status, which is pretty essential. We are rocking 15% crit chance, so you know, we could... Oh, I also have quickening to speed me up even more. You know, you could build for crit chance, like you could put in sacrificial pressure, and it actually comes with 2 Umbra Forma slots, so like I actually had to slot those out. But you know, here's what I'll say. Let's put in... I'm going to take a couple of these mods off. We're just going to look at some stats. So we do sacrificial pressure, sacrificial steel. boom, 56% crit chance. So pretty low, even with the maximum crit chance possible. And you know, I don't know if you can do. Oh no, you can't do the whatever the blood rush is. You can't do blood rush. Okay, let's put the build back. So this is why I say just don't build for crit, and then just rely on the Arcane Avenger to give you decent crit, and then you'll pretty much be fine. Obviously we have primed Fever Strike, so we're going to have pretty high viral damage, so the only way to counter that is by also using Molten Impact and Volcanic Edge, and the last thing is having a fire priority, because it means that you start with that default fire damage. So that's going to kind of be the secret in the end. That's pretty much it. Still sorting by usage. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's get right into it. We can use Corinth Prime. So let's do one last check. I think we're pretty much good. Yeah, let's go. I noticed that the TikTok viewership went up when I was playing, and then when I was in the arsenal it went down. So that's funky, dude. That's some funky business. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, we're pretty much good. Obviously Corinth, a little bit weird, a little bit crazy. I've already talked about it. But let's go. Super easy. And he does have Breach Surge, so you'll get another taste of how Breach Surge works. That word is really fucking hard to say. Or those two words. It's kind of pissing me off at this point. I think I need some water. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, let's get some water. Hang on. Alright. We are ready to go.
Stand by for life support.
Let's get right into it. Let's get an Avenger. There you go. Let's see how we do. Nice. Easy. What else do we have? Oh, we only have Avenger. Okay, that's good. Nice. Nice. Okay, that's a reload. I'm going to try and pull them over here. You're probably gonna lose a lot of life support just waiting for the enemies to get closer to you, because you kind of want them to be in this big arena. You don't really want them to be in these, especially the starting hallway. The starting hallway is really annoying. Stay out of there. Okay, folks? Nice. Nice. There you go. Now you're seeing it. Now you're seeing it. We haven't even used Breach Surge, so let's give it a shot. Boop. And then nice. I like that. So as you can see, the thing that's pretty lame is that he has two different stun abilities. He has Radial Howl, but it doesn't matter. Just don't use it. If there's a sentient, then it'll strip their armor resistance, but you know, that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that matters. I don't even have Rage on here. I think I have a Amber Shard. At least I hope I have an Amber Shard. Yeah, I do have an Amber Shard. Okay, we're good. Yep. Alright. So let's try out the Breach Surge Exalted Blade combo. Let's just see. So first we're going to get Exalted Blade out. Yeah, it's pretty fast. You really have to avoid sliding, which kind of sucks, because I really like sliding, especially with a melee weapon, because you're just going to drain all your ammo, or your energy. But yeah, you're seeing it. This is the whole gameplay. You kind of want to be walking forward the whole time. You can kind of walk backwards, but I don't think you really need to. Yeah, but look at this. I mean, you get Avenger proc going, you get the cat buff going, and you're pretty much just shredding. And then you also have Breach Surge, which is going to give you those finisher damage bonuses. Yeah, you're seeing that. Hit him with Breach Surge, get the bonus, get those spreading breaches. I mean, yeah, like the breaches aren't doing anything because I'm just killing them before they actually hit another enemy. But it is going to stun them. And it is going to give them finisher damage, at least I think. There you go. Look at this. And I'm just going to drain my energy. This is just going to be the whole gameplay. Hey, there you go. A little bit of energy. So killing the Eximus obviously going to give you some energy. So, you know, favoring them, you know, whipping out your Exalted Blade. Kind of a cool combo. Let's see how he does against this guy. Look at this. I'm just favoring heat procs like crazy. And then with the finisher damage. Oh my god. And then is this just heavy attacking? Just, oh my god. I mean, you gotta love it, dude. That was at 3 minutes? We got an Acolyte at 3 minutes? What the fuck? Crazy, dude. I mean, it's just easy. Have I actually just not run out of energy this whole time? I mean, it's pretty brainless. I mean, does that mean it's sustainable? Does that mean there's... Oh, that's a huge lag spike. I guess it's just sustainable. Pretty easily. Not bad. I love to see it. Okay, I do have the cat buff. Let's see how I do without the cat buff. Oh, I'm getting Gladiator Vice. So Gladiator Vice is actually giving me a... Wait, what Gladiator mod do I have? Why am I getting the Gladiator set bonus? That's confusing me. That's really confusing me. Wait a minute. Am I getting the set bonus because I have it on a... No, that can't be right. Where am I getting the set bonus from? Oh, okay. I have it on my glaive. That's why. Okay. Gotcha. So that's basically... Oh, I'm dead. Nice. Love to see it. Dead before I even realize what's happening. Okay, I did get the buff. Okay, dude. You think you're clever? You think you're slick? Jack, you think you're a cool kid? I don't really know what I'm saying. He's dead. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Let's pop Breach Surge. You know, 76% damage reduction, pretty decent, but, you know, still pretty scary. Are they both dead? No, one of them is dead. I think that was a 50,000 damage breach, so pretty good. Okay, he should be dead. Yes, okay. And then he is a goner. Alright, there you go. Boom. Alright, we're out of here. Oh, there's a sentient that's still alive. That's embarrassing. So should we just Exalted Blade out of here? Hang on, let's get a proper buff on that. Whoop. Okay, let's go. Alright, I think it's high time we hightailed out of here. Oh my god. I just lost audio. Did my speakers turn off? They just turned off. Incredible. Just in the middle of the gameplay. Is that just gonna happen now? Oh my god. Okay, we gotta figure shit out. You know, this is weird. Oh, is it gonna crash? No, we're fine. Okay, we're good. I thought the whole stream was gonna crash for a second.
What you have learned here will serve you well.
But no, the speakers just turned off. That's it. Oh, my camera's out of focus. What the hell? There we go. Jesus. That's weird. What are all these weird events happening all at once? It's an omen, chat. Something bad's gonna happen. I think I might will it into existence. That's spooky shit. Anyway, that was Excalibur. You get a feel for it. It's pretty simple. Let's see. Up next, Ember. Yeah, we can do Ember pretty quick. Ember has 2 health shards because she's pretty squishy. She does have a defensive ability with her 2. But as soon as you press your 4 more than once, you're going to have to recast it, and it's like 25 or 50 energy. Once again, a Breach Surge candidate. This ability has pretty decent range, so you don't really need a lot of range, but obviously you want a lot of range for Inferno, which is going to hit in a huge area. So Once again, we got Prime Flow and Arcane Energize. We got Double Umbra. We got Adaptation, 75% range with these two mods. We got Power Drift and Growing Power and Transient Fortitude, so we're hitting 225. And Growing Power, so, you know, we're going to hit 250, so pretty good, I would say. But that's pretty much it. You're going to be recasting your 2 a lot, which is kind of annoying. But I think we're going to go with the Kuva Tonkor. And let's just get right into it, folks, okay? I think we're good. Yes, let's see. Oh, we have Baruuk. I almost forgot about Baruuk. So we actually have more. I'm going to have to redo that list. But, oh, I'm excited for Baruuk. It's 748. The Ember build is really basic, okay? It's just a nuke build. I mean, you just need a lot of energy. You need pretty decent range. And then you need enough strength that Breach Surge and your AOE can really work together. That's kind of all you need. Very much like a Revenant type. Very similar. Although Revenant is obviously funky because he's got that really cool invincibility. So, oh, there's a huge fucking lag spike. Don't worry, folks. I'm praying. That's all I can say. So let's see, we have 80 energy. Oh, nope. Let's see again. Yeah, so it is 50 energy. Okay. So yeah, having to recast that is gonna suck, but I think you'll figure it out. You can also use Fire Blast to reduce your energy. You know, we can kind of look at the stats on Fire Blast. I mean, it's just big range. The armor reduction is really weird. I mean, Fire Blast is a classic. It's a... No, I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. But obviously the caveat with your defensive ability is that it doesn't drain energy, so you can gain energy. Is that right? It doesn't drain, so you can definitely gain. Alright, folks? So I think... Let's see. I need a big group of enemies. Let's just give this Breach Surge Inferno combo a test. Let's just kind of watch and see. Oh, there's some of them are dying. A few of them are dying. Not bad. Obviously, only the trash mobs are dying, but it's pretty easy to just clear them out at that point. And you can see that I have max... Oh, and it doesn't even reduce it by that much. Jesus. And Fire Blast, I think, is more energy. So you have to cast Fire Blast twice to reset the timer versus just recasting your 2 once, which is just going to reset it completely. So, you know, we can hit him with another Breach Surge and then Inferno. Nice. And then we just kind of watch and see. So it's kind of working. I think it is softening them up. Excuse me. Softening them up a little bit. But obviously, you know, if you're using an AOE weapon, you're still just deleting everything in one hit. So yeah, really just recasting the ability is way easier. So, you know, cast Inferno, recast your 2, or don't. I think you can survive pretty well. And 50% damage reduction is not, you know, it's not bad. You'll survive, that's what I'll say. As long as you're casting Breach Surge, you'll survive. Yeah, there you go. There was a 36,000 breach that just kind of killed an enemy in one hit. Definitely not going to kill an Eximus in one hit, that's for sure. But yeah, look at this. I mean, Breach Surge doesn't build up your gauge. The only thing that's going to build it up is Inferno. So let's just hit him with it. Disco Inferno! Yeah, I mean, you tell me. I mean, here's the thing. With all of these AOE frames, if you want to use a different helmet, dude, use a different helmet. That's what I love about this game. It's like, oh, I would say Roar is a pretty good choice in a lot of cases. But, you know, for me, Breach Surge also has this nice kind of defensive ability where it pacifies enemies. You know, it not only does it pacify them because they're stunned, but it's also going to give them a radiation proc, so they're kind of going to fight each other. So, you know, you got a little bit of all-around goodness. You know, it's kind of like Mag Light or Nyx Light. Dude, we got to talk about Nyx too. Anyway, Yeah, we got some frames to talk about. It's just classic gameplay. Ember, I'm pretty sure she got a rework. She's a classic. Can't go wrong. And you know, I'm just a Breach Surge fan. I like to keep things simple. I don't really want to add too much complexity to things. You know, if I like an ability, I'm going to stick with it for the most part. I'm going to put it on a lot of frames to kind of synergize well with specific kinds of abilities. And you know, I think Mesa is a good example of like, oh, here's a frame that has the potential for 2 damage buffs. Like, that's pretty nice. And then you talk about someone like Saren, and it's like Saren has the potential for 3 damage buffs. And so it's like you're really just turning every single weapon you're using into this absolute monster, and it's just so easy and simple, and there's not a lot to it really. Yeah, let's look at these slash procs. I don't think that was a good one. Oh god, hang on. Get out of there. Yeah, look at these slash procs. They're terrible. Every slash proc is different, folks. That's what I gotta say. Nice. Oh, I'm dead. Again from the Battlist in 1 hit. Let's see who I can actually kill before the Battlist just deletes me. There you go. Okay, nice. Come on, dude. Give me 1 good slash proc. There you go. That should kill him. No? Oh, embarrassing. Okay, let's pop this. Let's pop this. And let's hit him with this. Alright. Actually, I should just do Inferno first and then cast my defensive ability. I think I'm just being dumb. Let's see, is this actually going well? Yes. Down. Come on, dude. Don't do me like this. Oh my god. Look at this asshole. Dead. Alright. Yeah, whatever. We get a fail. You get the gameplay. Here, I can do it again. Breach Surge to pacify everything. Inferno to just maximize the proc and just lag the fuck out of your game as well. This really is just taxing the shit out of this thing. Yeah, whatever. Cat also dies. Incredibly cringe. But yeah. As long as you have strong weapons, you're pretty much fine. Like, there's not really much else to it. It's pretty basic. That's what you're going to find with a lot of these AOE frames. It's just like, yeah, they do a lot of damage. I'm going the wrong way. They do a lot of damage. Try to maximize that. Breach Surge is going to save your life in some situations because it's really going to pacify enemies pretty well. So that's something you can pretty much count on. So, you know, stick around. Get Ember. Even Ember basic is decent. All right. I love the new deluxe skin. It's got all the right gold accents. It looks great. It's a classic. You know, 14 skits, 14 tracks. It's a classic. Oh my god. I'm just looking at this shit. We got 21 minutes of average view duration. There was a concurrent viewer for 21 minutes. Shout out that viewer. All right. We've got Ember done. Oh my god. Here we go. So, the last 2, I think. So we got the last 2 are going to be Baruuk and Garuda. So let's go from bottom to top. We've got Garuda 1, Baruuk 2, and then we got Ember 3, Excalibur 4, Mesa 5, Revenant 6. Okay, yeah, that's the right number. So Baruuk, you guys can fight me on this. Baruuk has the strongest Exalted weapon in the game. Especially, you need Reactive Storm, but Serene Storm is just so criminal. It's so strong. You just build purely for power strength, and you actually go negative duration because you want to spam lull more often, and you want them to sleep faster. So you can get that double build up, because you get one bonus, like you build up the meter first when they slow, and then you build it up again when they sleep. So you want to get that going as fast as possible. You're really getting maximum power strength for these guys. So you're just going to have as like an insane number because you're also using Empower. because I just got rid of Elude, because this guy is just going to give you 90% damage reduction, and you're going to actually be pretty much fine because enemies also lose their weapons. So you're going to have like basically 30 charges that will disarm enemies. So, but really the whole gameplay is Serene Storm. You just always want to have your gauge like completely empty. You'll also notice I have Arcane Avenger. We got double Umbra. We got Adaptation. Reactive Storm is a must. We're going Augur Secrets and Transient Fortitude and Power Drift. So, you know, we're rocking 264% strength because we also have Amar's Hatred. We have 45% range just to buff lull so we can build up that meter faster. But that's pretty much it. Growing Power is a must. This 90% damage reduction is actually going to save you enough life that you can actually use Arcane Avenger, which is a really juicy combo. He has really low health, so I'm going to put 2 blue health shards in, and I'm also going to put an effectiveness of energy orbs Amber shard in. So that's kind of essential. Weapons don't matter. We're going to use a Phantasma. Baruuk is number 5 out of 6, and we are at 8 o'clock. Oh, actually, hang on. I got to take my meds before we do anything. Yeah, that's the Baruuk build. Oh, no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. God, that's embarrassing. 1 second. I almost forgot. I need the Baruuk build to be one consistent thing. God. This is Desert Wind. This is really the secret. As you can see, we have both Umbral or Sacrificial mods. We have an Umbra Forma in here. We have a range bonus, and the range actually does make the thing go further, so it's an essential part of the build. We have Prime Fury and Quickening to really speed shit up. Reactive Storm is going to help us a lot, so the only damage type we're going to use is Volcanic Edge for heat. We have Organ Shatter, which is a must. We are rocking, look at these stats. Look at these stats. 187% crit chance, plus Arcane Avenger, plus the cat, and 100% status chance. So, you know, I think Reactive Storm is actually separate. So you have a chance, you're basically always proccing fire, and you're always proccing whatever Reactive Storm is proccing. And that's something I need to test. But as you can see, pretty much classic. I would say Prime Reach is a little funky for some people because it means that you can't use Viral, but you don't need Viral. You'd rather use Volcanic Edge to have that guaranteed fire buildup. So that's going to come in clutch. Range is really important. I don't know why there's a Riven disposition. That's pretty much it for Baruuk. I'm going to take my meds, and then let's go. 2 frames left, and we're ahead of schedule. Yeah, TikTok can see me, so I feel like I shouldn't cut off of YouTube either. Oh, too easy. Let's get back into it. Oh my god, dude, I just remember when Baruuk Prime came out. I was so hyped because he's just the most fucking OP. Oh, he's so OP. I love the fashion. I love the dark with the gold accent. That's just my classic build. I love that. Let's go. Okay, folks, this is gameplay time. We're pretty much set. Phantasma, exactly. Wonderful. Oh my god, we're going to tear it up. We're going to get the gauge all the way to 0, and then we're going to show off Desert Wind, because I'm pretty sure I can keep it active the whole time.
Use all that you have learned.
Just believe in me, folks. This is some Date Bayo type of shit. Alright, let's go. Alright. So let's see how fast we can build up our meter. That's step 1. So your 3 is going to build up meter. Your 2 is going to build up meter. So you want to have both of those active. Oh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in here. 34 uses. So that's well over 90%, but it caps at 90%, so it doesn't matter. So that's it, 34. We've already used, 6 of them. And you can see I only cast it once. And then we're going to cast it again. And yeah, look at that. Oh my god. So basically what happens is as long as the slow is active, you can't recast the ability. So reducing the time that the slow is active is actually going to allow you to double, like you can double dip on all these enemies. You're watching me double dip on all these enemies. Then I'm going to come in here, get a bonus on this. And then here we go. There's lull. Dude, I could do a whole gameplay of talking about necromechs in this mode. Necromechs in this mode get absolutely deleted. They do not survive. Okay, here we go. We're at 0. Okay, so I'm gonna pop Empower. I'm gonna pop my bubble. And then here we go. I'm gonna do Serene Storm. I think I have maximum strength bonus. Alright, now we go wild. Look at this, folks. Is this even gameplay? Look at this. We're hitting pure red crits. We have cat buff and we have Avenger. So now we don't have cat buff. But we're still getting orange and reds. Look at this, dude. Is this even gameplay? Are you seeing the range on this attack? Is there even anything? As long as you're spamming lull, you're pretty much fine. And then you don't even need the maximum amount. Look, I still have 27. Even when I'm not in that black and white bubble, I still have 27 uses to just strip or disarm enemies. Look, and you just follow the enemies. There's no gameplay, dude. It is just so criminal. Like, Baruuk, you don't even build. Like, you don't even... What do I even say? There's no Breach Surge. There's no nothing. You just make Desert Wind as strong as humanly possible, and then you just go wild. Alright? There's no other... It's that simple, folks. And then big number, go big. Big number, make enemy go bye-bye. Look at these big red numbers. I should stop. I should stop right there. Alright, folks. I'm already in dangerous territory. This is not what I'm looking for, okay? We need to be clean about this. But you know, we are hitting red crits pretty often, which is criminal. Absolutely criminal. But here's what I will say. The forward combo is good. The standing combo is good. But the slide attack is like one of the highest damaging abilities, period, I've ever seen. Like the ability to just delete acolytes and like delete Thrax enemies is just like so criminal. And there is no gameplay. There just is no... You should just be slide attacking and spamming lull and keeping your 3 active and just constantly having Empower active, and that is basically it. Like I have max energy because, dude, Serene Storm doesn't even use energy. It's like a separate gauge that literally allows you to just spam infinitely with like no end in sight. It is just absurd. It's really just like before your gauge is full and after your gauge is full. It's just 2 different game modes. Because once that gauge is full, lull is so easy to just refill your gauge that it's not even going to matter. And yes, the gauge is backwards, so the gauge is actually empty when I say it's full. But you get what I mean. My gauge is full when Baruuk's gauge is empty. I'm getting into dangerous territories again. But I mean, look at this, guys. Like not only does his normal attacks have insane range, but also his slide attack has like this insane momentum that just carries you forward and just deletes everything. And it's like a guaranteed fire proc and a guaranteed radiation for some armor types or corrosive for other armor types. But yeah, look at this. Like, we're talking about these sentients being deleted in 1 second. They're dead already. Look at this. There is no gameplay, okay? And this is how you build Warframe. This is like why you talk about like comparing every weapon to the best weapon in the game, because when you're talking about conjunction survival, steel path conjunction survival, like if you're not getting a certain kills per second, you're not going to be able to survive. Like if you're not able to just delete enemies in a few seconds, every enemy in front of you, like you're not really going to be able to survive. This guy's down. And not only do you have to be able to delete trash mobs, but you have to be able to delete Eximus units that are going to fuck with your gameplay, and you have to be able to delete bosses like Thrax enemies and Acolytes and Sentients. So it's really putting you through your paces. You saw that, dude. You saw that. His entire health bar was gone in a millisecond. Like, what is this gameplay? Yeah, look at this. We got 20 viewers. I mean, I feel bad for these viewers because in 1 second, the game is over and I'm back to the arsenal and I'm talking about the final frame, which is Garuda. But here's what I'll say. These viewers are very promising to me because it means that if I can just play Steel Path Conjunction Survival, people like it. Like, people are like, this shit is dope. Like, they're like, I love big red numbers. Like, so shout out TikTok. Shout out all these viewers. And I feel like me speaking about them is like taboo or whatever, but you get the idea. It's good to see them. Let's just get out of here. The Baruuk gameplay is so awesome. Like, he's just a breath of fresh air. He is so criminal. He's just way too OP. Like, you build him to be so insanely strong, and then he just goes wild, and then there's no, like, it's on a whole nother level, folks. Okay, it's just exciting. Oh my god. But this is the final frame, okay? This is Garuda. And Garuda has talons, but I'm not going to talk about them because it's a fucking gimmick. And I don't do gimmicks. I do a really strong damage ability, which is what Garuda has. Okay, so that was Baruuk. Final AOE DPS frame, or Exalted, or whatever you want to call it. We are talking about Garuda. I didn't use Phantasma at all that entire game. Anyway, okay, let's do this first. Anyway, okay, getting distracted. First thing we should say, I'm going to put another casting speed Archon shard in here. So we have one casting speed Archon shard. We're going to put another one in here. That's rule number 1. And that's really because of Seeking Talons, because that's like a charge up ability. So you have to hold it down, and the casting speed makes it charge up faster. So casting speed is awesome. Free casting speed is even better because of Archon shards. I would never use a mod slot for casting speed. As you're going to see, Garuda is a triple Umbra tank, but she has free energy also. So, I mean, come on, like, free energy. You just press 3 and then you swap to your operator and heal, and then you go back and you max energy. It's like there is no gameplay. Dreadmere is kind of nice. It's kind of like a front. It deletes projectiles in front of you. That's really the only use. I'm going to put Roar in because she has a passive ability where she's going to get 100% bonus damage as long as she's dealing enough damage. So really you're just building for strength. You're trying to get a really high Roar buff. I could put an extra Forma in here to max out Power Drift, but it doesn't really matter to me. She is a tank, so she's got Arcane Avenger and Augur Secrets and Streamline. So Streamline is going to make Bloodletting cost less health. So it's kind of nice, but it's also going to affect all your other abilities. So she actually has really decent base energy. So you don't need an energy. You have infinite energy. Healing is nice. You're just literally going to get rid of her healing ability because Arcane Grace is just drastically better. And also your operator's healing is drastically better because it also heals all your teammates. So we'll talk about that eventually. But yeah, we're going to rock the Aelak, which is just a classic. And we're also going to have Arcane Avenger. So we're going to be hitting some pretty decent crit numbers. This is the last frame. We are at 811. So we're actually just cruising. I could talk about some other frames. I kind of have time to talk about some other frames. We could do, God, I don't know. I don't know who else is left. We could talk about Volt. I could talk about Volt. That's not a bad idea.
Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
So we'll add Volt to the list. Volt is a little bit unique because his best ability is definitely speed, just being able to move really fast. So he's going to be really useful just for like doing relic missions and like trying to do a mission really fucking fast. That's basically the whole reason that Volt is really high. But he has a nice AOE ability that's kind of cool. So let's just pop this. And then we're going to heal up. And then, yeah, we're at full health. Okay. Cat's getting deleted. Don't like that. But yeah, let's just go. Let's do some Seeking Talons. You can see it charges up really fast. And then they're just going to be slashed to death. But, I mean, as soon as you click them with the AOE weapon, they're going to die anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can see you can just spam it. You can cast it so fast, even with only one Archon shard. So it's like the faster you cast it, the better it's going to be. That's it. That's the whole gameplay. And then, yeah, look at this. Spam all your abilities, and then get all your energy back instantly. And look, you can fully heal in 1 second, and then, you know, back to full energy, back to full health. So talk about, like, infinite gameplay. Like, this is just insanely cringe. And I should be using Dread Mirror. Yeah, look how fast these abilities are already. Too nice. I mean, having casting speed is just, like, really useful. It's kind of a nice addition. So yeah, let's hit him with this. I don't know if it goes through walls, but I really should just be in the arena at this point. It's all about line of sight, but yeah, being in the air, it makes it almost like an AoE ability. Like, it's literally like you're using a weapon. Because you can just target an entire area, a cone of your vision, and just delete everything. So talk about, like, buffing your AoE weapon to just infinity and beyond. And your 1 is literally just preventing enemies from shooting you in the front, which is kind of bad for Arcane Avenger, okay? So a little bit funky. Not gonna lie. I wonder if Seeking Talons deal melee damage. Let's see. I don't think so. I mean, you're pretty much invincible, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is the whole gameplay. Like, you know, you're getting pretty decent power strength, so you always want to keep Roar active. But that should be an obvious as long as you have Roar. You have a pretty good duration on it. You know, here's the chance for me to pop. Oh, nice. The black and white dude came around at the perfect time. There you go. Easy. Easy gameplay. There's a deletion. Oh my god. You saw a red crit. So that red crit was definitely from Vigilante Armaments. So that's how you know that that's working perfectly, because I definitely do not have high enough crit chance to be proccing red crits. So there's the secret to having the strongest primary in the game, is that as long as you have all 4 Vigilante mods on your Sentinel weapon, you can keep using an animal and you'll still get that Vigilante bonus. It's just one of the most criminally underrated features in Warframe that I've ever seen. Like, just the fact that they understand that continuity of, like, having those passive bonuses carry over, whether it's intentional or not, is, like, so rad. It's so nice. Makes the game awesome. So, like, I mean, it's just so cool. Like, every weapon becomes a crit weapon when you're using Arcane Avenger. And so, like, suddenly Vigilante Armaments becomes this, like, permanent mod slot for all, or, like, Vigilante Supplies becomes the permanent ammo mutation on all your weapons, because it means that basically, like, it's literally just saying that 20% of your crits are better crits. And who does not love that? Who doesn't love that in any way? Look at this. I'm actually dealing crits on them. I don't know how. I don't know if that's intentional. Let's see if these slash procs actually do anything. I think this guy just deals a lot of fucking damage. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. That was a 2-shot on the dude. Yeah, here we go. The cat keeps fucking dying because I'm not spamming the glaive enough. But yeah. This is what you get for not using Breach Surge, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just pop the ultimate one more time.
Prepare for sentient fighters.
And we're just going to swap. And just spam the glaive. That's it. That's the whole gameplay. Goes back out. Let's try and hit everybody. Okay, nice. Easy. Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers go up. Okay, I think we're pretty much out of here. Yeah, I mean, like, this is the whole gameplay. She gets 100% bonus damage as long as she's dealing enough damage, and you will be dealing enough damage. So you might as well go with Roar, which is just like Witchframe, folks. Say it with me, kids. Yeah, it's just like Mesa. That's right. Yes. The double damage buff. You're double dipping. That is a classic AoE trope. And that's something that you gotta play into and you gotta take advantage of. You gotta double dip, okay, folks? You gotta double dip. You know, I tell him, Dirty DeSantis. It's a horrible Trump impression. Oh, it's like weird. It's funky. Oh my god, he's gonna come back twice. Look at this fucking asshole. Oh my god. I swear to god. He needs to die. Oh, he's a normal dude again. Oh my god. Goodbye. Okay, now. Okay, one is down, I think. And two is down. Oh my god, so stupid. Cat is gonna die. Let's just revive Cat real quick, and then we're done. That was a little stressful, but that's how Thrax goes. I mean, this is how it's gonna be. Yeah, we'll do Volt, and I think I'll just call it. All right, so one more time. There's a roar buff, and then we're gonna rock Seeking Talons probably like 3 times, and then everything should pretty much die. There's 2 Seeking Talons, and then obviously we just come through with the glaive and kind of, you know, clear him out, keep him dead. But that's it. That's all I got for you folks. That's Garuda. Pretty good as an AOE frame, pretty unique. Like having like a projectile based AOE where you kind of aim it is really interesting and fun. And I think she has an augment where it becomes an actual true AOE, but you know, I don't really give a fuck about augments. Like if I can just save a mod slot and not use an augment, that's what I'm going to do. Like I would rather just have more power strength, but you know, double dipping on the damage buffs is critical. But that damage bonus for Garuda is just built in, so you are just getting 100% bonus damage for free, which is just super nice. So, you know, what's not to love? She's a tank frame, so you get access to Arcane Avenger. You don't need Rage because she has infinite energy built in, so as long as you have one of those operator healing Maguses, you're going to be fine. So that's great in and of itself. You know, nothing to complain about, really. Yeah, I mean, I gotta love her. Obviously, she's got the signature ephemera, the blood wings, so that's fire. But yeah, let's see. I think that's it. Okay, so let's talk about, yeah, like Hildryn is a little unique. She's more of a shield frame. Okay. Yeah, I would say that Volt is the only other AoE frame. So why don't we talk about Volt? That's going to be a little interesting. Let's see. So which build do we actually use? Config D, I think. Yes. Okay, yes, this is the one. So as you can see, I've got a lot of fucking Volt builds because he's really useful. And this is actually parkour velocity, so already weird. But, you know, don't worry about it, folks. I have a bunch of Forma because my main build is the speed build. I put a dash in here so I can use Rush, so I can get to really fast speed, but we'll talk about that some other time. Volt gets 850 health with double Umbra, which is pretty nice. But really you're relying on capacitance, which is going to basically overcharge your shields for free. So, you know, it might be worthwhile to use something like, oh God, what am I saying? Something like, you know, redirection to get a little bit more shields, but really this build is super tight. Like the range on this is only 31 meters. With 160%, almost 160% range. I'm using Arcane Stretch or Archon Stretch for free energy as long as I cast my 4. But really, this is also an example of Breach Surge and an AoE ability kind of synergizing pretty well. Obviously, we have Prime Flow and Arcane Energized for that free, maximum energy, and then we do have Transient Fortitude. So, you know, even with Prime Continuity, we have pretty low duration. So, in the electricity isn't going to deal a lot of damage, and it's also not going to deal a lot of damage for a long period of time, so not going to be super useful. You're more just trying to maximize the CC and kind of Breach Surge capabilities. I think I'm going to go with something like Bounce. That's probably going to serve me better. Hey, yo, shout out. We got a friend request. I wonder where that came from. Curiosa and Curiosa. Anyway. Is that the whole build? He doesn't have it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let's go. Archon Stretch is going to come in clutch. It's going to be super nice. I wonder where that friend request did my username show up? Where does it show up? Now I'm curious. Let's see. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Volt is a frame that I don't play. Okay? Because he's high enough in the usage list, just because he has a lot of actual uses, once again, outside of actual true combat, to the point where, you know, it doesn't really make sense. Oh, his shield, I think, is really cool. I think there's some kind of funkiness. Here, let's see. I think I can grab it. Yeah. And then also cast speed. Oh, but that's a pretty short duration. Yeah, I don't think I'm really going to be casting speed. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. You can actually just run around with the shield. Pretty easy. I haven't gotten energized. There's energized. That's good. And I'm dead. Okay. So here we go. First off, right off the bat, still actually figuring out this Volt build. It will take a little bit of trial and error. First thing I think I need to do, actually cast my 4. Actually cast it. Let's keep Breach Surge active. Let's keep the gameplay going. Yeah, look at this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. There's the millions of Breach Surge procs. Not actually dealing a lot of damage, but you know, a Breach Surge proc in the long run, how useful it actually is, nobody really knows. Or at least I don't really know, even though I should know because I'm using it, but you know, it's more about the stun for me. If you get some bonus damage out of it, that's wonderful. But really, when you're using these meta primaries, doesn't matter. You'll be fine. You'll kill everything in one hit. Do not worry about it. Do not worry at all. And, you know, we will do a whole meta primary tier list where I will talk about, you know, honestly, the fact that Arcaplasmor is at the bottom of the tier list, all right? That may be scandalous, but I stand by it. It's at the bottom. Just because it's a projectile-based weapon. It's not an AOE weapon. Even though it's the granddaddy of infinite enemy punch through. It's the OG. Everybody loves it. It's not an AOE weapon, so it's just a meh weapon. Okay, there you go. There's that. And then there's also Breach Surge. What Breach Surge will definitely do is lag your computer. I will say that. About 1 billion times, but you know. There you go. There's a good hit. So let's just keep that ability active. Alright, folks? It is going to slow the enemies down, and that is kind of a problem. And that's something that you will have to kind of contend with, especially when you're doing like a defense, like a public defense. Is like, Breach Surge is more about stopping enemies in their place or preventing them from attacking you, but it's also going to prevent them from getting closer to you, which is kind of going to be an annoying downside. Okay, so there you go. There was a deletion. So you want to cast Breach Surge before you cast the AoE. But I think that's going to do better. And as you can see, Capacitance just going to keep you maxed out on overshields. Plus you have this shield in front of you, so you know, a lot of defensive capabilities. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but you should be able to survive. I believe in you guys. And then also, you know, Breach Surge coming in clutch. And you kind of want to be maximizing energy with the Zenurek bubble, so just maximizing your energy regen and also taking advantage of Energize is going to kind of be the whole goal. You know, you can kind of cast your speed, but the duration is pretty low, so I don't really advise it, but I don't think Capacitance is going to give you... Oh my god, that was a big shit from Kitty Cat. That scared me. I don't think Capacitance is going to give you more shields the more strength you have, so you should really just be spamming it all the time, as well as Breach Surge. And so the whole point is, like, literally as soon as you press Capacitance, it's going to be active, and you're going to have Archon Stretch permanently. So you're going to be safe. Don't really worry about it. I'm glad I'm ending with Volt, because that is a mean shit that Kitty just took. And, you know, you guys don't see it. Thank God for the green screen. Jesus Christ. Okay, there's this. There's this. Oh, I put it down. Nice. Okay. Now let's just keep it up, okay? Breach Surge. Keep it going. There's a Capacitance. You don't really need to jump in the air. I don't know why I always jump in the air when I do AoE abilities, but, you know, for some frames it's useful. For some frames it does not fucking matter. Volt is obviously a nuke frame, so he's gonna see a lot of use in like ESO as a DPS frame. So you know, there's a lot of ways to play Volt, but what I'm talking about is, you know, I've said it before. Steel Path Conjunction Survival is the hardest game mode for me. Doing it solo is the hardest thing for me to do. Oh, Mania is just gonna shoot all my projectiles away. So annoying. Okay, there you go. Let's keep this active. We got Thrax enemies, of course. Of course, of course.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search.
I don't know if this is actually giving me critical damage. I would assume. I think it's only when it's down on the ground.
From the neural sentry. Destroy them.
He's
They are
down.
drawing from your life support.
He's down. Oh, no, he's not down. Oh, nope, he's not down. Down. Okay, we're good. All right, folks, we're out of here. One more time for the ladies and gents. Let's do it. So, Breach Surge. Keep that active. Keep it simple. Spamming it all the time. That's your goal. Always keep your 4 active. You want to it's free overshields. It's free survivability. So as long as you got both of those guys active, that's a pretty decent map wipe. I mean, you're kind of wiping pretty easily. And you're going to have a ton of energy regen because of Archon Stretch, because of Zenuric, because of Arcane Energize. So like, look at this, dude. I'm at max energy and I have pretty much stayed there as long as I needed to. So that's about all I got for you folks. Yeah, I guess we'll kind of close it out. I want to say shout out to the 2 concurrent viewers that are here right now. We got some insane average view duration, which is just clutch as fuck. I mean, it's great for the stats. It's going to help so much, and I really appreciate the support. Yeah, we'll just close it out. It's going to be... That's pretty much all I got for you folks.
A valuable lesson.
So as I'll always say, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'm hoping to do more guest streams, but the solo streaming is going actually pretty well, and I'm excited about it. And the fact that my streams are getting views after the fact is exactly what I was hoping for. That's my whole goal with this, is that the whole secret of YouTube is that you can create a video that is not only live, where you can interact, but you can also watch it after the fact and still learn from it and have some value long after it's done. So like, you know, the whole live podcast format, all that shit, so nice. We got big shit in the works, but that's it. Let's see. What's next? This is a weird one. So we could talk about some frames. I think we should do everything and under this. So everything below Nova and Inaros. And then we'll talk about all these other ones. So the last couple up here is going to be Chroma, Trinity, Banshee, Harrow, Gara, Nyx, Hildren, and Mirage. So that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus. We might split it up. So we could do Hildren, Harrow, and Nyx all on one day. And that would be kind of a short stream. But then we could talk about some other one. But I think that might be a good idea. Are there any more shield frames up here? Not really. Yeah, most of these guys are pretty weird. We got some shield frames down here. But anyway, I think we might split that up. That's kind of a lot to do in one day. 8. That would be a long stream. Oh, wait a minute. Would that be the Tuesday stream? Or could I make that the 420 stream? You see what I'm saying? Like, what we could do is on Tuesday we could do all the invisibility frames. So we could do Octavia, Ashe, Loki, and Ivara. And then on Thursday, which is 420, we could do all these stragglers. Chroma, Trinity, Harrow, Banshee, Nyx, Gara, Hildren, Mirage. Oh, wait, we don't do Gara. So Gara is actually with Frost. So we could do like Frost, Gara, Octavia. Like, yeah, we could do defense frames and invisibility frames on the same day. I think we can do that. Yes, because it's really just like Frost and... Oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe we do Frost, Limbo, and Gara all on the same day. And we could kind of maybe lump that in with something else, or I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll do... yeah, we can do Hildren, Nyx, Harrow, Trinity, Chroma, and Banshee. Yeah. Yeah, Banshee is even weirder. Oh, Banshee is such a weird frame. She's like... Oh, and Mirage. Actually, we have quite a bit. Yeah, let's do that one more time. Mirage is 1. Hildren is 2. Nyx is 3. Banshee is 4. Harrow is 5. Trinity is 6. And Chroma is 7. So that's still 7 frames. But we did 7 frames today, I think. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So then Tuesday is going to be invisibility frames. And then Thursday is going to be shield frames and support frames, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Oh, these guys are not really support, but I don't know what to call them. I could just call it prime frames and just leave it at that. And then it'll be... Yeah, because we got quite a weird spread. Anyway, we'll figure it out. All right, folks. But you get the idea. We've got some roads ahead of us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you, folks. I appreciate the concurrent viewers. Shout out to you guys. You're the backbone of this channel. Actually, I think the videos have been doing pretty well. So big thanks all around. That's pretty much all I got for you, folks. Take care. Bye bye.